Hi everyone. So I'm going to try to shoot in horizontal mode because this is going to be a pre-recorded video. The reason that I'm not doing a live video today is because I'm worried about my phone overheating because that keeps happening. So yeah, that's why I'm just going to do a pre-recorded video. So we're out here in Manassas, Virginia today. I'm actually behind the town hall. So if you can see, this is City Hall, some modern building. Let me go around and we'll take a look at the old building. I just thought I'd walk around Old Town Manassas today and show you guys a bit, because when I came here for the train show, I think that was last weekend, again, this will probably be posted later, but I didn't really get to go around Old Town Manassas much. So today I just wanted to take the time to show you a little bit of just the Old Town area. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. Okay, so we have a little plaque here, and you guys can feel free to pause the video. Again, this is in horizontal mode, so hopefully it'll be a little clearer and you can screenshot and read some of these things. When I shoot in vertical, it's gonna make it a little bit smaller. So here we have some announcements. This is an information, it's like information, I don't know what you would call this little bulletin board. So they have some things they're telling people about here, some services, and that was a very loud truck that just went by. There's some services that they offer, and then just a concert. So you have here, it says it's presented by Micron, and Micron is a really big factory near here. I think they make microchips, hence the name Micron. And they said there's a concert at Harris Pavilion, stuff like that. Harris Pavilion was where we saw the trains in the train show. So that's that. Let me zoom out a little bit so that it's easier to see everything. So that's a little information. And then here we are. This is the Harry J. Parrish Town Hall. So here we go. You can see here, I don't know if you can see up there, let me zoom in. It says Town Hall. So that was, I guess, the old building. So let's take a look and see. I don't think it's open. Yeah, it's not open. But this is an old-fashioned mail little thing. They would lift this up. Yeah, it's nailed shut. Okay, I see it's nailed shut now, but a mailman used to be able to lift this up and put mail in there. But I think this is open for like voter registration and things like that. But it isn't right now at the moment. This is a weekend. So Harry J. Parrish, it says here, he was born in February 22nd, 1922. And he made Manassas his lifelong home. He attended Prince William County schools. I'm just gonna skim through this because it's a lot. He went to Virginia Polytechnic Institute, and I'm pretty sure that's Virginia Tech. Just a longer name for that, if you're familiar with Virginia Tech. And this is telling a little bit about him. It looks like maybe he had some, let me see, he had some military service. And it says that he went to Germany, Vietnam, and then it looks like he may have served President Eisenhower in 52 to 53. So he married his sweetheart in 1944. And it's just telling a little bit about him. He was the chairman of the board of Manassas Ice and Fuel Company, MIFCO. You'll see that, I think it's down this way. Actually, it may be that way, but yeah, I'll show you guys that in a bit. MIFCO, just remember that. You guys can, I'll hold this up so you guys can pause it if you want to see that and read more about him. I'm just going to skim here and see if I can see some highlights. It says that he served on the Manassas Town Council from 51 to 63. He was a mayor from 63 to 75. So it said, that he also was elected to the Virginia House of Delegates, and let's see here. It says that he was involved in a lot of area civic organizations. He was, he joined the fire department in 1948. It looks like he did a lot of stuff. He was also a founding member of the Prince William Hospital, and he served on the board for several decades. He got a lot of prestigious honors, as you can see here, because he had, amazing leadership. And he was chosen as the man of the century living in 1973 by the city of Manassas. And They were he and I think that's his wife Maddie, because he married his sweetheart Maddie Cannon. That they were selected as the Grand Marshal, the 50th annual. Both of them were selected as Grand Marshal of the 50th annual Manassas Christmas Parade in '95. So, and in 2001, it looks like local government and civic leaders honored him for 50 consecutive years. So anyways, you guys can just go ahead and read about this on your own time. But I guess the final note would be that in September 1999, the creation and installation of this plaque followed the construction of the new cupola in the, if that's if I'm saying that right, in the fall of 2002. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's the town hall. Here we have the little sign here, City Hall. What's interesting is it says Marvin L. Gillum, 1873. So I wonder if this was built in 1873, but I'll show you guys some more views of this and we can just keep going and take a look. So this is on the other edge of town. You can see here, we got some older buildings over here. You can tell by the architecture. So I think that's some sort of political, like Republican headquarters or something like that. Here we have some hair creation. So it looks like a hair studio. And I'm gonna show you guys the old town, go the other direction in a minute, but I just wanted to show a little bit of this. So this is a little gift shop, and you know, let's show the old town first, and we'll circle back to this area. Okay, so as you can see behind me, this is a parking lot. Before this was a parking lot, it was actually an old hotel, or I guess I would say really a motel. The reason I say motel is I believe, if I remember correctly, the hall was exposed and you could see all of the rooms. So, you know, usually hotels have closed halls. So as you can see, this parking lot is an open, you know, parking lot. It's temporary, I think. I think they do plan to eventually do something with it. But before this was a parking lot and it was leveled, again, it was an old hotel, and this is all alleged, but you can look it up online on different forums and things. I can't even recall where I saw it because it was so long ago that I saw this, but they have a lot of ghost stories, alleged ghost stories of, I think it was like one of the ghosts would, you know, it's all alleged, would just like, I think people may have seen something, or they saw water turning on and off in one of the particular rooms there. So it was a very old motel / hotel. But in that hotel, there was a restaurant, and take a look at this. This is also really cool, a little train there. If you guys look at my last video, you'll see that this town has a lot of train history. But I'm gonna keep walking as I talk about that, that hotel. So there used to be a place in there called City Tavern. I believe that was the name. And it was a really cool place. They had different, just little, like for example, they had like a breakfast buffet. And I would go there often. That's the water tower right there. I believe that's an old water tower. I would go there a lot with my family, and my grandma and my grandpa would come up, and we would go often to that tavern for breakfast when they would come to visit. I actually really liked it. I thought it was pretty good food. I was young at the time, but I thought it was pretty good. You know, they had little things like sausages and like bacon, just things like that. So it'd be a buffet, and they would have all of these. To describe it to you, it was very old-timey. They would have pictures by, I want to say it was Norman Rockwell, Saturday Evening Post, if I remember correctly. I'm not exactly sure everything about. I'm not exactly sure about the Saturday Evening Post and everything about it. I know that it was some sort of kind of almost like a magazine or something, I think, but they had artwork on there. I don't know, it would just be weird stuff. Like it would just be like family stuff, I guess. Like it would be like, I don't know, a guy like, this is like a random example, but it would be stuff like, you know, some guy pulling a wheelbarrow, like a puppy inside, you know, like kids playing hopscotch or something like that, you know, all American kind of things. And they would have that up around the restaurant. And it was a nice little place. But yeah, again, it is leveled. So let's go ahead and keep walking. Okay, guys, so we're on the streets. This is the main street of Old Town Manassas. Again, there's that lot. This is some kind of, like, it looks like a deli over there. I've not been to that deli. I'm not really sure what it was before. This is the man cave. This originally was a bank. So they have a vault door in there. Still to this day. I took a little bit of footage last week that I didn't use. I'm not going to ask them to go in there again because they're actively trying to run a business in there and do people's hair, and because it's like a barber shop kind of thing. So I don't want to go in again and ask them to see it. So what I'll do is I'll just clip that old footage I took in here so you guys can see the vault door. This is the vault in that in the bank building. So it says the Mosler Safe Company, Hamilton, Ohio, USA. So you can see, I'm gonna try to show the other side of the door. So this is, I mean, it's literally like you'd see in the movies. They would turn that wheel. So that's the vault door because this used to be a bank. And I don't really want to go inside, but there's a room in there. I don't want to go inside because, you know, here you go. Here's another view of it. So yeah, that was the vault door because this used to be a bank. This used to be a bank. So let me head out. But yeah, this is now, it smells really good in here, guys. You guys should check it out. It's thank you so much, appreciate it, guys. It's called the Man Cave. Oh look, Man Cave rules. If it itches, scratch it. If it's sports, watch it. Beer limit, none. Junk food encouraged. Belching and other bodily functions allowed. Cursing and yelling at TV permitted. Remote must remain in Man Cave. No chick flicks. My cave, my rules. But the vault door is still in there to this day. So that was originally a bank, okay? This is a, it looks popcorn monkey. It looks like it's, they sell gourmet popcorn, soda pop, retro candy. So let's take a look inside. We'll see if they'll let us go in here. I don't know if a lot of these places are open today because it is a weekend, but it's nearing late afternoon. Oh, and here's some, so this is a jeweler. I actually had a jewelry box. I still have it from here. It was really great. I don't think they sell from that particular vendor anymore, but let me take a look. Let's see if they'll let us come in here. Yeah, she's filming here. I don't see anyone in here, so there's not really anyone. Am I allowed to film in here? Okay, cool. All right, so this is Ashby Jewelers. So here's some information if you guys want to know. You guys can screenshot that phone number if you guys want to come here. But it is a very good jewelry store. My parents have also used them, I believe, to either purchase things or make repairs on things. So here we got some different pieces. We got some shot glasses. And then I believe that these are from different artisans and vendors. So it looks like Basic Spirit, handcrafted pewter. So these are pewter. So, you know, these are from different vendors. Like I was explaining to you guys, the jewelry box I got, gosh, it was probably 2007 now, so it's almost 20 years ago or something like that. 15 years ago, I don't know how long ago that was, but that was from a certain vendor too. So this is kind of cool. It's like a piano. It's from the same person, Basic Spirit, so it's pewter. Here's some more stuff here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see better. So that's that. I'm used to recording in vertical, so it's going to take some getting used to do horizontal. But yeah, this is just some jewelry here. If you guys want to come and take a look, you can feel free. Got some really cool chains, really pretty stuff in here. It's always nice to support local, and they sell pearls too. Some pretty stuff too. So that's that. And there's some rings here. And then you got more jewelry. So yeah, it's just a bunch of different jewelry. Even looks like a few different vendors here. So that's what that is. Let's go over to the candy store and see what that is. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Here you have some little bulletins or something, right? So like this is a nearby performing arts center. They have all kinds of shows. I've been here for several shows. I actually saw a man named, oh, what's this guy's name? Severinsen, Doc Severinsen. I think that's what his name was. He was a trumpet player on the, oh my gosh, I think it was the Johnny Carson show, or maybe it's a Carson Daly. There's so many different people's names. Johnny Johnny Carson's I don't know, something like that. He was on a show, look it up, Doc Severinsen, but he was really, really good. I really liked his performance. So yeah, they've done different little things here. So yeah, let's go inside the store. May I record in here? On my iPhone? Yeah, I'm on a video. Can I take a video? Okay, cool, thank you. All right, so this is a candy store. I've actually haven't been in here in about 15 years. So at least, since I was probably a lot younger. So looks like they have some vintage candy. So they've got, oh look, this looks so old school. 15 mints, I guess it's mint. It's lemon mints, guava mints, violet. I wonder if that's supposed to taste like violets. This is chewing gum. It says fragrance that refreshes after eating, smoking, or drinking. There's clove chewing gum. Clove, I think they used to have clove cigarettes back in the day as well. So maybe that's something like that. They have tea berry flavored gum. They have blackjack chewing gum, brie mints. A lot of these, I'm not sure what they are. They're probably old school stuff. Lifesavers, we all know that. So that's some more modern candies here. Oh my gosh, guys, look, they have Warhead soda. Do you guys remember Warheads from the 90s? Who remembers Warheads? Comment below if you remember Warheads. They banned Warheads because they were burning holes in people's mouths, but then they brought them back, and they're probably not as strong now, but yeah, comment below if you remember that. So you got a bunch of cool stuff here. You know, circus peanuts. You got some caramel candies. Retro sours. Idaho Spud, candy that makes Idaho famous. Huh. It looks like it's got coconut in it. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, Neapolitan coconut slice out of coconut candies and things like that. A Sky Bar. Comment below if you know what that is. This looks very 70s. So comment below if you know. I don't know what that is. Oh man, guys, you remember these? Man, I remember these. You would like act like you're so edgy and like smoke. Quote, heavy quotes. You wouldn't actually be smoking. They got Ding Dong cookie dough, Twinkies cookie dough. Wow, I've never seen that. These I remember. I don't really eat candy anymore, so they got some root beers, things like that. Obviously, won't have time to look at every single thing, but you know, I'm just showing you guys a little bit. Raisinets, I don't like those. Boston baked beans, candy coated peanuts. These must be popular. It's the last one, so people must really like that one. Oh, they've got a Super Nintendo. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff. Ale 8 soft drink heritage, a late one. I don't know what that is. Must be stuff from the 70s. I do know Jones. That was like big when I was in high school. I don't know if you guys remember that. Goo Goo Cluster. Wonder what that is. Cheerwine. Cheerwine is a southern type of soda, I think. Cheerwine infused nougat and caramel with peanuts covered in milk chocolate. Okay. Huh. Pecan. That looks like something my mom would like. I don't know about the Cheerwine one though. She probably just like the regular. Cherry mash. Chase's cherry mash. Huh. I've never seen a lot of these before. So yeah, this looks like they've got something called a Rocky Road. I've heard of Rocky Road ice cream. I've never heard of Rocky Road candy. I wonder if this came first and that the ice cream was actually based on that. That would be interesting. They have caramel apple pops. Those look really popular. Oh wait, I've had that before. Those are pretty good. They've got sanded drops. That kind of sounds good. I feel like I know what these are because I can feel them in the bag. I think I know what these are. I feel like I've had them and they're very old-timey. Here we have some Zots. This is definitely old-timey candy. Zots, I think, if I remember correctly, are kind of sour. They kind of remind me of Warheads, if I remember correctly, but maybe they fizz. That's what it is. They fizz. I remember now as I see that. They do fizz. Yeah, I want to say... I think my mom may like these, but I can't remember. I love Nerds Rope. This was one of my favorite candies when I was young. Chunky, what is this? Milk chocolate with peanuts and raisins. Bleh, that sounds gross, but there's only 2 left, so I guess people like it. And there's a Mallow cup. I guess that's maybe similar to the moon pie, but it's not like there's no cracker in it. Jimmy sticks. Anyone know anyone know a Jimmy stick? Oh, sorry guys, my finger was in front of the lens. I'm not used to recording in horizontal. I'll get used to it though. Don't worry. Yeah, it's like pretzel sticks. Okay, I've never seen that before. So they got butterscotch beer. There's so much to look at. You guys need to come out here. Look, a Clark cup. I wonder what's different between that and a Reese cup. They've got Turkish taffy. Comment below if you know what any of these things are. I don't know what a lot of them are. Ice cubes. What's that? Coconut oil, low-fat cocoa, dried whey, soy flour, hazelnut paste. It makes like a little hazelnut candy. This is the biggest Smartie I've ever seen. I wonder if back in the old times, this is how they came. I wonder if they were bigger, and this is what they actually are supposed to look like. I've never seen one that big before. It's a really big Smartie. People hate on Smarties. I don't know. They're not that bad. They're chalky and kind of bad, but they're not that bad. I think my mom really likes these. Laffy Taffy. I've never seen it in that format before where it's a stick. I usually see it when it's kind of like a smaller. So they got different sodas. And they got some in here too. They got like, oh, here's Cheerwine. So if you guys want Cheerwine, they sell that here too. So you can buy a Cheerwine. This is Popcorn Monkey, by the way, if you guys are interested in seeing what this is. They got vanilla cream soda, a cranberry pie soda, mustard flavored soda. I'm gonna pass on that. Spicy Hawaiian pickles. I mean, all kinds of stuff here. I'm just kind of, they've got some Amish things, some Amish country things here as well. So McFuddy Pepper Elixir. I've not heard of that. Oh no. And then they've got, what is this? Oh, it's so Harry Potter. So yeah, these are all Harry Potter things. Okay. And then they've got jelly beans, Swedish fish, and then they've got popcorn. I guess they make that themselves here. So they have, I wonder if these are like the different kinds of, are these the different kinds of popcorn? Oh, okay. So these are the different kind of popcorn, guys. So if you really like popcorn, you should come here and buy this because it's different kinds of popcorn. They have different flavors. I guess they make in-house. This looks like some homemade fudge and candies. You can't go wrong with peanut butter fudge. I like peanut butter fudge a lot. German chocolate cake. That's pretty impressive too. Okay, this is a little creepy for me, guys. Take a look. It's a scorpion in there. It's a little much for me. And it's real. It's a real scorpion. Have you ever had one of these? You eat the...
No, I have not tried them. I don't intend to ever.
Yeah.
A lot of it is little boys or gag gifts. It's a 50-50 shot whether they eat the bug when they get to the middle.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, and I didn't see this down here, guys. There's more candy down here. I guess they're handmade. Oh, and then my dad liked these non-parallels. I like those too. They're good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me film. Thank you. So guys, this is Popcorn Monkey. Also cinnamon glazed almonds, cinnamon glazed cashews, cinnamon glazed pecans. I guess you can buy these and they come in this little cone. The Nutty Bavarian. I think Bavarian is like Germany. All right, and then they've got the monkey in the window. We'll take a look when we leave and we'll see. So that's Popcorn Monkey, guys. All right, let's take a look at the monkey. That's the monkey, guys. There you have it. Okay, let's keep going. That was a lot of time I spent in there, but I thought it was really interesting. I don't really see vintage candies very often, so I thought that was pretty cool. All right, I'm just waiting for the light. I don't see anyone, so I'm gonna cross. That's just a little financial thing. That's the Truzler Hall. I'm not exactly sure how that's correctly pronounced. This is a little workplace, so people would work. Okay, guys, so now we're walking past a place that has cinnamon rolls, cookies, brownies, cupcakes, cakes, cake pops, and free samples. That's pretty cool. It's called the Lemonade Bakery. So I guess they have different, let's see if we can go inside. Oh, it is open. It smells like cinnamon and, hi, how are you? Is it okay if I video in here? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool, thank you. All right, so here's the different cake pops they have. All the different flavors. They have chocolate, strawberry, cookies and vanilla, salted caramel. That's probably what I would choose. It's a little display cake. Let me zoom out. It's a lot of different cake stuff. Vermont nut-free chocolates. Some little brownies. This is the bakery in the back. And then you got some little desserts. So just a little bakery. That's kind of cool. Thank you so much. So that's called the Lemonade Bakery. That's what that's called. So if you guys want to come here, it's peanut, nut, and egg free always. So I guess if you have allergies, that's a really good place to go. The Crossroads, a tabletop tavern. Let's see what this is. I want to ask if I can record in here. Can I record or no? That's cool. Okay.
We're a full restaurant bar, scratch kitchen. Everything's made in-house. But we're also a board game tabletop tavern. What that part means is everything you see on all the yellow shelves against this wall here, as well as this orange low bar, this game's on the inside, and the green shelf in the far corner over there are all the games that are available to play after you get a table with us. So you can just walk up, grab a board game, bring it back to your table, start playing. Some of those games are wrapped in plastic just to protect the boxes. They're all still playable. Then the top half of the blue shelf here and everything on the black shelves you see in the center of the restaurant are our retail sections. Those are all for purchase.
Very cool. Okay. Well, I will show them a little bit around. And it's vintage games too, right?
Yeah. Everything you see on the top of that yellow shelf is all vintage, out-of-print, older games. They're all just for show, but they're all there. We also have game nights every night of the week. Tuesday night we have a TCG card night. Thursday night it's a strategy board game. Friday night is card night. Saturday night we actually don't have a game night that night. Sunday is open board game night.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I will show them around a little bit. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So we'll just take a look around here. We got some cards. As he was saying, there are some vintage games as well. So it looks like it's a tavern, like he was saying. You can play some games here, and I guess you can also purchase games as well. So I don't want to videotape people, but there are people playing games. Here's Mancala. I used to play a digital version of this. This actually looks like it's pretty popular. There's only a few tables empty, and it's a Saturday afternoon. So it looks like there's a lot of people here, and there's people eating. And I believe this used to be just a tavern back in the day. So this is a creative idea where, you know, people can come here for games. I actually think this is a really good business concept. Here you got some more games. So yeah, I won't stay here too long, but I just wanted to show that. You guys got a little bit of a taste for that. So that's what that is, Crossroads, if you want to come here and play games and stuff. They also look like they have an outdoor patio too. All right, and here we have what I call the candy cane again. It's the railroad crossing. I think it looks like a candy cane, and here's the railroad. I talked a lot about this in my last video. So I also did a pretty detailed breakdown of the train station. So, and we went inside that day. So definitely go to my last video and check that out. While I'm here, I do want to show my outfit of the day. As you can see here, I have my striped orange top. I've got a little bit of a 90s/80s thing going on with the pants. I am going to shoot in vertical because it's easier for me to show the outfit that way. But you can see a little bit. I tried to match my eyeshadow and my lipstick to the outfit. So yeah, of course, OOTD moment. Okay guys, so I just walking alongside these train tracks, and this is the candy factory. So we're coming to the back of it. There are sign remnants still there. It looks like it says grain, hay, and feed. I believe that's because this used to have that. Before that, it was a candy factory. So there used to be a candy factory down the street. I'm going to talk about why I walk around, but there used to be a candy factory down the street, and it burned down in a fire that I talked about, of course, the Great Fire of, I think it was 1905. So it burned down and they built this one. This was a guy from Ohio that actually came down here, I guess, and he built this. And they used to make candy in it at the beginning when they first made this building. So the candy they made there was stick candy, rock candy that was like typically on string. So I don't know if any of you all remember this. I had to look it up. But when I looked it up, I knew what I was looking at right away because I had seen this before in like old-timey places. Like I've seen them selling it. It would come on a string. I don't know why, but it really irritates me to eat rock candy off a string. Like it's just the texture of the string. Like, I don't know, I just really don't like it. That's the front of it. But now, anyways, back on topic. The string candy, right? That was one thing they would sell. They would also sell coconut candies, I think. And they would sell like just basically different vintage candies. So let me go inside and see, because now it's a art factory, and I actually did a play here when I was growing up. I said in the previous video that I grew up in Manassas. Let's see if we can go inside. Oh, shockingly we can. It does look like there's a class going on, so I'm going to be really quiet. But here you can see they have some announcements, some flyers, and different things that you can check out if you come here. You can see this is some of the original, looks like the original brickwork and everything. I am surprised to see, look how, that's the window. This is the brick. I don't really see a lot of insulation probability. I mean, maybe there's some, but looks like that's pretty bare bones. So anyways, let me flip the camera here. So I did a play here. I was actually Badger in The Wind in the Willows. So it was many years ago. I was very young and it was super fun. I also took an oil painting. I think I may have started an oil painting class. I can't even remember much about it. I know we did a really pretty like apple painting and just some still life. And they had a lot of really cool art opportunities for the community here. But yes, originally it was a candy factory where they made vintage candies, and then they later transformed it into like, I think they did grain and things like that. I believe in the 70s or the 80s, maybe, they had like a tire factory or store or supplier here. So yeah, I mean, why is it like that? Well, I mean, you can't really see out that window, but out that window, the train tracks are right there. So it made it easy. They could just put it on the train. The candy that they made here went to, I believe, every state east of the Mississippi River. So pretty cool stuff. Let's take a look around. All right, so you have these steps that take you up into the main floor. I'm not gonna go into that room because it looks like they're running an art class right now, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. They do have another featured class here. Let me zoom out. And it says it's like a drama for children ages 13 to 18. So it looks like maybe high school age. Am I allowed to record in here? Yep. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, and here, this talks about what I was saying before, what was here before. So as I was saying, the building was constructed in 1908, and that's a short time after that fire I was telling you guys about. So that's when this guy made this building, because his other one burned down the street. I think it was a wooden building. So yeah, it says that, you know, obviously, like I was saying, it housed the candy factory and a tire warehouse. And again, I think that was like maybe in the 80s or 70s. So now it's the art factory. So they just do different art classes here and stuff like that. And then they're telling you that it was renovated in 2001, and contractors found features and evidence of the structure previously located here, the Brenton Hotel. Now, I did not know that, actually. I didn't know it was originally a hotel. So it says Mr. Hampton Brenton purchased a plot of land on the corner of Battle and Railroad Streets in the late 1860s and opened a general store. With his business growing, Brenton applied for licenses in the 1870s to expand his business to include selling tobacco and alcohol, as well as run an ordinary, which is another word for a tavern. By 1895, the business was called the Brenton Hotel. This is a survey of the land, I guess. And the detailed survey of Manassas as it was in 1895 shows this Brenton Hotel. So, yeah. Oh, and here's the fire I was telling you about, the fire of 1905. I think they could usually call it the Great Fire of 1905. So downtown Manassas lays in ruins shortly after the fire of 1905. I actually have not seen that picture before. That's really interesting. I've never seen that. And I'm looking carefully. I don't really recognize any of those original buildings, so I don't really know exactly where that was. But maybe that was literally here. So they're showing it, like maybe that was the main street, and they're literally showing that that's like literally here. So yeah. And just to recap, you know, that was allegedly, they think it was from an ember from the trains that came here, you know, on the streets and everything, and burned down the wood building. So after that, they said it was a requirement that people build with either stone, concrete, or brick. So that's why a lot of those buildings out there are made of those materials. So yeah, I'm not going to go through this again. You guys can already just go back to my old video and watch where I was talking about that last week. It's called The Train Show. So you guys can look on my channel about that. But yeah, and so this is just talking a little bit. You guys, I'm not going to be able to read everything. So I'll just hold this and you guys can screenshot if you want to read a little bit more or pause the video. But yeah, it was called the Hopkins Candy Factory, long story short. And this guy, Albert Spaden, He was a resident architect that was local, and he rebuilt the area. So he designed multiple buildings, and one of them was that town hall I showed in the beginning of the video, and churches, and then this factory. So again, that's him. So you can just read a little bit more about him if you want to pause the video. So here we have some stuff by artisans. These are a little bit of like knit work, and then you have these glass necklaces. It looks like these might be some watercolor cards you can buy. This one, maybe it's glass. It looks like it's glass blowing. So yeah, I just like different things you can buy if you liked art, you know. A lot of glass work. This looks like some mixed media. Oil painting right there, some sunflowers. You can buy, I wonder if they do some kind of Halloween event here. What's Factory of Fear, do you know?
Yeah, we do a haunted house.
Oh, okay, cool. So he was saying that if you guys didn't hear that, they do a haunted house. That's what that is. So, all right. So this is another watercolor somebody's selling. Looks like this is some paper. They make cards like this at Hallmark. This is like a certain type of paperwork. It's called quilled paper, I think. So yeah, this is another quilled paperwork, and these are by Stephanie McGee. So yeah, and this is the Manassas train station, right there. You can see that out the window. All right, you guys are getting the gist. You know, people have some stickers here, some earrings. They got some of the quilled paper earrings, which is kind of a good idea because it would make it really light. Someone wrote a book, so they even have a book here that someone wrote. That's pretty interesting. They also have soap. So if you guys want to buy soap, this is from someone who lives in Springfield. So they are displaying their soap for people to buy here. It's another painting. So yeah, you guys get the general idea. So yeah. All right, let's see. So well, here's are we allowed to go in the gallery? Okay, cool.
The artist from the exhibit is actually the teacher who's teaching the class.
Okay, I won't go on that side because
That's totally fine. She said you're good to go on.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. So I don't know whether he talked to her or not. He said it's okay for me to go in here. So there is an artist talking in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But the artist is actually giving a class, which is pretty cool. This is a plein air painting. And if you go back to my video, that was the Rest and Art Show, you'll hear a little bit about the plein air painting. I'm trying to be quiet. But you'll hear a little bit about the plein air painting and what that is. So we'll be quiet and just go around. I don't want to disturb the class.
This is an apple because this is where you usually work from life. But I love these pomegranates, and I love how the one is warm and the other is cool.
This is her name, Christine Raymond.
But notice this whole
My nails are a bit chipped, guys. Sorry about that.
when we put in the light, we're going to put it in color. But what I want you to do right now is put this in. Not that apple. But the pomegranates. I think what it has to look like this. Okay. I'm just going to set up real quick. I thought you could handle this.
Okay, so this is really pretty. I do like this one a lot. That's my favorite. Where the Warmth Rests. That's probably my favorite. Sunflowers are cute too. All right, let's but yeah, they do classes here, so that's pretty cool too. I don't want to be talking over her while she's trying to teach, so that's why I'm going to leave and go the other way. This is just a summer 2026 education schedule. Looks like they have a staircase here. Let's see if we can go up. Maybe there's something going on upstairs. So let me flip the camera. Okay, guys, so I just flipped the camera. I'm going upstairs. I haven't been in here in so many years. Looks like these are just some offices. I don't really think we're supposed to be in here. This is a computer lab. It's a computer lab. There's just different areas for classes. I feel like one of these rooms I may have taken my oil class in. But yeah, these are just different art spaces and classes for people. They got cool paintbrushes on the wall too. So yeah, I wonder if this is original. It looks original to me. And look how many nail holes are in it. Let's keep going. I think the third floor is the stage because I remember doing plays up here. I immediately got creeped out as soon as I walked in here. Like, I'm actually really unsettled. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the lights are off. Like, I feel very uneasy. I don't know why. All right, guys. Oh, gosh. You guys hear that? Oh, gosh, I don't know what it is. So it's a piano. You guys know I love piano. I play piano. Oh, gosh. I literally heard something, and I don't know what it would be above this. Looks like they're building a stage. You know, when I took classes here back in the day, wow, it's so dark. I remembered it being a lot bigger than this. But look, I feel like that's so small. Maybe they built a wall or something. Here, I flipped the camera. I'm gonna do one more look and then we'll leave. That's what it looks like behind there. And then this is just like back stage or something probably. Guys, I'm like shaking. I'm gonna leave this area. But I think it's because it's just dark. And it's just old, but there's something, it's just odd. All right. Okay, so I'm taking the stairs down and we are walking. This is the second floor of these offices. And then all right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You have a good one. Okay, guys, so I just talked to the guy at the front, and he said there's a basement too. So let's check that out. He said that we can go down here. Oh, that really is a basement. That wasn't what I was expecting. Well, I mean, I don't know if I really want to go in here. That's that, guys. I'm just going to show you guys. It's just like a basement, really. So I don't really feel like we should go poke around there. I feel like a mouse is going to come out and jump at me. Like, I don't know. It's giving really, really clear basement vibes. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. So I'll show the train station really quick. I won't go inside. You guys can watch my other video if you want to see that. But again, we have the train tracks and then there's the train station. I'll zoom in. So that's what that is. I talk in depth a lot about that on my other video. But if you look at my other video, I explained that that train depot was renovated in 1997. And it was like, I think it's rebuilt in like the 1910s, like 1914 or something like that. Definitely double check the date. That's the Bone. It's a barbecue place. I've eaten there before. It's pretty good. If you like barbecue, it's good. There's another larger view of the candy factory. Oh, they have a pizza shop here. Oh, this is all new. Okay. So the last time I was here, I think this was completely empty because this actually collapsed, like randomly kind of one time. So this whole block, and when I say like randomly collapsed, like this was like in like probably 2015 or 2016, something around like that time frame or sometime around then. But yeah, I guess they must have rebuilt some buildings in its place. So now there's a pizza parlor and there's a few other places. So that's cool. There's a visual gallery. Oh wait, no, this is a barber shop, and then they have the visual gallery here. It does look like it's for rent. Oh, I guess you can go inside. I've never been in here. So the door was just open. Oh, there's a bell. I assume we're allowed to come up here because the door was open. Look at this old wainscoting. I'm trying to zoom out. I guess that's as far as it goes. The stairs are pretty old. They have that kind of like steep look to them.
Hello.
Hi, am I allowed to record?
How are you doing?
I'm on a video. Am I allowed to record?
Oh, all right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. McCall Studio Gallery. Do you have a sign? Let me. Oh wait, here it is. Yeah, so there you go, guys. If you're interested, that's really cool too. It's really glittery.
These were made by a local artist. She makes the necklaces, and that's like a stand for wine and wine glasses.
Oh, oh, I see that now.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. That's creative.
She also made the cool little bears up there.
Bears. I don't see.
Right here. Sorry. Right here.
Oh, those are so cute.
Aren't they
Yeah, they remind me of little gummy bears. That's so cute. So this is just different artisans that you collect art for and you sell here, kind of almost like consignment sort of, but it's not, it's more of a vendor kind of situation, so very
Some
cool.
of my art as well.
Okay, so what's your art?
It's kind of mixed throughout.
Okay.
I make jewelry as well as drawings and paintings and photographs, and sculpture.
Oh, okay. Any piece you want to show that you're most proud of?
I don't know. I have my life's work here, so I don't know if I could pick one.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That one reminds me of the 80s. What was your inspo for that one?
Yeah, that's actually where I painted that, and then I used my eye as my logo for my studio and gallery.
Oh, okay, cool. That's the logo. Okay, cool. All right, are you okay with being on here? I'm England at the thing. Do you want to be on the film?
Me?
Yeah.
No, go ahead. You can just.
Okay, I'm angling it away from you because I didn't know if you wanted to be on it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Sure. There's more in the back. There's more exhibits.
Oh, wonderful. I'll check them out. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. So if you guys want to come here and buy anything, this is McCall Gallery. So there you go. There's some information. All right. So she says there's other galleries here in the back. So it's almost like the way that this building is designed. It seems like an old house or something. Here, let me zoom out so you guys can see better. So that looks like maybe Jesus on the cross. And then that's abstract. Also, it's just like a lot of different styles like mixed in here. Very cool stuff. This looks like predominantly charcoal. There's another more modern art piece. If you go back.
We also have an Asian exhibit show going on for June.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of a special exhibit we're having right now. And if you buy the art, you help Habitat for Humanity.
Okay, let me get that. So if you buy the art, it's just a mic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you buy the art, you help Habitat for Humanity for our June show of Asian art.
And where does this art come from?
From Habitat for Humanity donations.
Oh, okay.
But they were curated for the gallery. All the art has a lot of history from the 1900s, as well as we also have some Indian pieces, Chinese pieces, Japanese.
This is like an Indian piece right here.
That one, the Thai, yeah.
Okay.
And
the
then,
headpiece.
and then Burmese, we have a Burmese piece, as well as, I'm trying to think, there's also Taiwan pieces right here. These two are Taiwan.
These ones?
No, the ones on the right.
Oh, these are Taiwan. It almost looks like America, like, with the cattle and everything.
Yeah.
Look closely and you see it looks like there is some Asian, influence with the hats and things like that.
Yeah. It might be rural Taiwan, possibly.
Right. Yeah, this is very cool. And
But
this one is Indian.
But it can relate to any rural area. Yeah, that one is Indian.
Wow. This is very cool. I was going to ask about, what is this? Do you know what that is?
Yes, that one is it's traditionally given at wedding time when someone gets married. It's a tea caddy. And it's from the 1900s. It's all solid wood, and it's carved, hand carved, and you can open it, and as you can see the detail. And this is,
Is it mahogany?
yeah, that would be my guess because of the dark kind of reddish brown color of it.
And they just put the tea straight in there. It's not bags or anything because it's more.
Yeah, I'm not sure how exactly they did that, but it is considered a tea caddy, and it's antique.
Wow. That's awesome. Very cool.
It's very beautiful.
This is just a sculpture here.
Yeah, these are, everything is handmade, the sculpture. These are original hand-painted scrolls from the 1900s that have the traditional Chinese and Japanese figures. And then they have a lot of positivity with, koi fish. So it's very interesting themes that they use.
Do they represent something, koi fish? Like, what do they represent?
Well, they kind of represent positivity and abundance in the Asian culture.
Oh, like prosperity.
Yeah, prosperity. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why so many people have them outside their house in little.
Yeah. And this one's interesting too. It's kind of a koi.
Wow. Yeah, I really like that one. The colors really pop. I like how you displayed it with the light coming through. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's very
Thank you.
nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have some fans and then there is more art in the back here as well. We have events monthly.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, this is very similar to the first one with a lot of the charcoal style.
Yeah, they are all based on a poem.
Oh, okay.
And so each art, if someone were to buy a piece, it would come with the poem.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
And we have more handmade jewelry by local artisans. Yeah.
And some photography too. Is that Leesylvania?
Yes.
Oh, I knew it right away.
Yeah.
I've been there too. Very cool place. All right.
Oh, thank you.
This used to be a house.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
1905, back in 1905.
Oh, it survived the Great Fire.
Yes. No. Actually, it was built after the fire, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, right after.
Yeah, right after.
Okay.
Yeah, because somebody did mention that about the history. It used to be the old railroad apartments. So,
Oh, okay. For people that worked on railroads, that's very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for showing us around. I really appreciate you for that.
for stopping by.
And what was your name again?
Denise.
Denise. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, so we just finished looking at that gallery and all the way up there, and it's here, let me flip the camera so you guys can see the name. But it was really cool how this used to be an old house, and when I walked in here, I didn't expect it to be an old house. Honestly, it looked like it was more of an industrial building, but it was apparently an old house. So again, this is what it looks like on the outside. And it is interesting, as you remember, I'm sure, when I walked in here, it just goes right up with a staircase. I find that kind of, what do they call that? Like a split foyer or something like that. Here's some more buildings over here. But yeah, I think that's interesting. There are some people I think that do live in like apartments up on some of the tops of the buildings. I'm not sure which buildings the apartments are in though. So, here we have Calico Jack's. I have some old footage I could show of that. It really just has like a bunch of different cool knickknacks and things. I might paste that in here. Let's see. Hi, I'm recording. Is that okay? Or no? Sure. I can leave if it's not. No, okay. Just like YouTube. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're just showing Manassas. Okay, so this is one of the stores here. Oh, wait, what's the store called?
It's called Calico Jack's.
Calico Jack's, guys. That's what it is. So, so we got here some tote bags. And then we got some cutting boards. Really cool. It's like rosin. And then we got, oh, these are cute. They're like almost like remind me of little ugly dolls back in the 2000s. Those are cute. I like those. Some candles. So just different little things you guys can check out. These are some cool necklaces. There's like a whole aquarium in that one. That one's pretty neat. So yeah, there's some shirts here. Look, Manassas, Virginia with the MTV. That's kind of funny. They got some coffee, Red Rooster coffee. Across the street we have Monza. So originally, so this is part of Carmelo's. Carmelo's is more of like a fancy restaurant. Monza is more of like a kind of casual restaurant, but it's still really good food. By the way, I want to also mention that this was an old post office back in the day, and then they rebuilt this post office. I believe it was in the 30s, and in the 30s, they made, I want to say it was like a kind of colonial style post office. I'll show that in a few minutes. I'll see if I can walk over there actually and just show that, but I'm going to cross the street really quick here. We have a hair, while I'm waiting, we have a little hair studio over there called Curves Hair Studio. That's been here since I was a kid, I think. I mean, that's been here forever. I'm going to go ahead and cross since nobody's coming. This isn't a light, so it's just a crosswalk. So yeah, oh, and also here we have my outfit of the day. So as you can see, I kind of went for like a vintage vibe. The striped shirt and then the really cool pants with like the studded waistline. So up here we have what's called the Opera House. So the Opera House, actually I don't think they really did any operas there. It was more like a kind of general like meeting place from my understanding. Let me just zoom out and show. So yeah, if you can see the sign up there, it says the Opera House. And so there's a little plaque here, built circa 1907, served as the main community center for Manassas until the mid-1930s. It later was used by the Manassas Journal newspaper. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. My mom actually, I think, wrote an article for the Manassas Messenger or Journal or something of that nature back in the day. My mom is a writer, so she likes to write and she's really good at writing. So they're moving. This store is moving, which shocks me because, you know, even when I was here at the train show last weekend, they weren't moving. So this is new. But let's see if we can go inside. Okay, guys. So all the merchandise is 50% off here. I'm trying to see if I can find somebody to ask if I'm allowed to record in here. I did record last week in here, so I think... Am I allowed to tape? I have a video going. I came here last week and they said I could video, but I didn't end up not using the footage. So is it okay if I just video? Sure. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I heard you guys are moving.
Yeah,
that's
moving to around the corner.
Oh, okay, that's good. So you guys aren't like moving out of town. So they're just moving around the corner, guys. So so yeah, you have different merchandise in here. Got some crosses, things like that, necklaces. Look at this cool bathtub. If any of you are local to Manassas, you might remember a store called the Flower Gallery. It still exists, but back in the 90s, it was definitely a lot better, or the early 2000s, I should say, it was a lot better. This reminds me of that when it was like a lot better. Like, has very curated design. I will be honest, like I'll see if I can try to go back and dig up some of that footage from last week because this front area, I think it had more stuff in it because they are moving. I think a lot of it has been removed, but you can still see a lot of the design. You know, they got a little synthetic fireplace going here. Look how detailed this realistic fake food looks. And then they're kind of organized like little rooms. Merrifield Garden Center now, which I believe a data center or something bought, they had something like this too, where they'd have like little areas designed like little rooms. Here you have a very vintage old oven. So I guess that's what they would use. Here's an old washing machine. So I think that's the wringer. And you would push that to release, I guess, the fabric. And then this is where the agitator is, where you do the laundry. So that is that. And then got some candles, some little lights and things, some napkins. Back here, we have this beautiful patio. Again, as I was mentioning before, and as the plaque restated, this was a community center. So I would imagine back in the day, I would imagine the courtyard would have been a place where people could come and, you know, enjoy talking and having some community with other people who lived in the area. I think maybe some people live up there, so I'm not going up there. That's why I'm not, because I think those are private residences. We have a little alleyway here too, a little gate. So yeah, and look at this old mailbox. Take a look at that. These mailboxes are very old. All right. So we're just gonna go back inside and we'll go through the other entrance. There's another entrance back here. So when I was here last week, they had a tea party going on here, or some kind of like bridal shower or something. So they have different events here, I think. And I think this would be a beautiful setting for an afternoon tea party or a baby shower, a wedding shower. Oh look, here. The Things I Love takes great, this is hand painted, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see that. The Things I Love takes great pleasure in serving afternoon tea every Thursday and Friday and one weekend per month at 1 p.m. by reservation. So they do tea parties here. That's nice. You know, that's probably what I saw last week, is them having that tea party. That's fun. All right, and then you got some children's baby stuff. So yeah, very fun. This is called The Things I Love. That's the store name. They're gonna still be here. They're just gonna be in a different location around the corner. So if you guys wanna come back here, that's what it is. I don't see the lady. I was gonna say bye. I don't see her anymore. Oh, bye. I was gonna say I'm leaving, bye. Thank you so much. You too. All right. I just like them to know I'm leaving so that they don't just like think I'm just in there. Also, it's about to close anyways. I feel like it's almost closing. Okay, so I do want to kind of go around to these different little stores. Look at that car, guys. It's like a military car. That's kind of interesting. So that's Carmela's. That's a fancy restaurant. I've been there many times. It's very, very good. This is Monza. It's also very good. Their drinks are really good too. If you like espresso martinis, they have good espresso martinis, but I don't like espresso martinis, to be honest. They have a nice little patio here, and this is a little street here. I wanted to try this Loom restaurant for a while. So it's an Asian fusion restaurant. I've never tried it, but I've definitely wanted to try it soon. But yeah, I get the menu there. So they have like Korean and stuff like that. Voodoo Brothers, I don't know what that is. Voodoo Brothers. Cocktails and desserts. I'm trying to figure out, gumbo. Okay, yep, shipping corn chowder. This is Cajun. It's Cajun food. So, you know, it may have replaced where Okra's was. I know Michelle and her daughter did. I can't remember which daughter, Obama daughter, was with her. But definitely, Michelle definitely came here and ate at Okra's. I will fact check and correct it if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Obama did too at one point. Okra's did eventually close. It closed years later after they came. So I want to say it was like really recent, like maybe during the pandemic or after the pandemic. But yeah, now that you have several different restaurants, I think this may have been the location, but it was somewhere on this side of the street. I can't remember exactly which one, but they also had Cajun food. Okay, so that's Xandra's Taquera, if I'm saying that correctly. They have a little rooftop taco area, and I've actually been there and it's pretty good. I went there a long time ago though, so I can't really speak to it now, but when I went there years ago, I thought it was pretty decent. Manassas Clay is really fun. Let me see if it says they're open. We can go inside. I'll see if they'll let me record and I'll talk a little bit. Look at that old timey push. Well, it's ironic because we're not even pushing anymore. It's pulling. Oh, the door literally swung back. Okay. I don't see anyone. I want to ask if I'm allowed to record. Hi, I'm taking a video. Am I allowed to take a video? I'm on a video right now.
You want to take a video?
Yeah, I'm on a video right now. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So this is Manassas Clay. They have different artisans in here that have their work. So these are some handmade clay mugs. They also have, oh, look at that. They have a fountain. So back there, they have classes. I've actually taken one of their classes many years ago. So at least at that time, they were offering classes. But you can make your own pottery and you can glaze it here. They have a kiln and everything. Again, this is old information, so I assume they still have all of these things here. I'm not exactly sure, but I actually came here for a class, and this was back in the 2010s. And it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. So I made a lot of my own clay stuff, and I still have it to this day. Here are some different glazing methods. So this has almost like a shimmer to it. Here's more of like a raw clay method. And then you have this beautiful blue clay. And I really love the red. I like the fountains. And then the red too. That's really nice. You can see here, I wonder if that's an original fan. They also have this aluminum roofing, so that's a pretty cool thing too. These look like some powdered dyes, so it's just underglazes. And then there's different designs, so these are pretty cool, just different mugs and stuff. But yeah, again, I took classes, and so like they had like a pottery wheel, and I made a bunch of my own clay stuff. It can be hard. You have to learn how to have like the right pressure on the wheel to properly make things, or else what will happen is so it's basically like a big lump, and then what will happen is like it'll just like spin out of control and just go crazy and like be all wild and everywhere, and it won't be good if you like use too much pressure. So it's hard to find that balance of like the right pressure and stuff. Oh, that's cute. It's a little ladybug. Oh, and look. I like that mug. That's probably my favorite I've seen. There's a little ladybug on it. That's creative. And what I like about this is that it probably wouldn't like break in the dishwasher, because the ones that have the thing inside that I've seen at Urban Outfitters, I feel like those like easily break in the dishwasher. So yeah, this is just more stuff they have back here. This is the warehouse where they have a lot of the actual clay that I think like you can buy. So like I think when I ordered my clay back in like the 2010s, I came here, and actually here's an example. It came here in this big bag. That's how it came. I got this type of clay, but you can also use this type of clay. This is more like a reddish clay, and I feel like that's more local to this region, because like the red clay is definitely like more of a common type of clay around this area. So I think these are all bags of clay as well. You can see this is the pottery wheel. So that's where people spin. These are just different types of clays, I guess. I actually haven't seen this. So these are just different types of clays. Isn't that interesting how different it can look? So when I took my classes here, I took my classes back in this area. I don't want to go back there in case they're having a class, but it looks like maybe they've shifted some of the area where they used to have the classes. Maybe they moved it into here. I'm not exactly sure. And again, I'm not even sure if they even do the classes anymore. Do they still do classes here? Okay, cool. So they do still do the classes here, guys. So if you want to do a class, this is a place you can come. And I'll tell you one thing. In Fairfax County, it's very difficult to be able to do clay classes, because they're always full. So maybe out here you would have better luck enrolling in a clay class. But I liked it when I did it. It was fun. So I'm just showing you guys, you know, if you want to buy any of this, these things are for sale. You can come out here and you can buy some of this stuff. But it's called Manassas clay. Look at these. That's kind of cute. It's like little cats. All right, guys. So you kind of get a general understanding of what it is. All right. And so maybe you can tell us a little bit about what's your name first, first of all, so that they know who you are, and what made you want to, you started this, this whole business. So what made you want to start this, and do you have any artwork in here?
I have a whole section, yes.
Okay, so let's start with asking what's your name and why did you start this business?
Well, my name is Jane Cullum. I'm one of the owners of Manassas Clay. The other owner, Fran Newquist, is my partner. We've been here almost 30 years. We started it because we didn't want to do craft shows anymore. And
Valid.
We have been very happy about being able to sell our pots, teach our classes. We've enjoyed Old Town, and it's grown and gotten much more interesting, and there's awfully good food and other interesting shops. We've are in Old Five and Dime. This was a dime store for many years, and
Oh, this was part of Roar's?
this was Roar's Dime Store.
Wow,
Yes,
yeah.
and a lot of people remember that. We come in and talk about the good old times. This was the candy counter along here, and we keep a bowl of candy just because it kind of keep the tradition up. And
Yeah. see that.
So we're a little low today.
Jolly Ranchers are popular. That's
Oh,
for
they
sure.
are. Yeah. So
Can I add for on behalf of Jane, you don't have to
Okay.
tell me, but that this has served as an incubator for a lot of potters to start businesses. They taught them, and then they taught them business, and that who have gone off in a lot of different directions. So it's more than just their shop. They started a lot of seedlings.
Okay, very cool.
yeah.
Maybe if you want to I can repeat that a little bit. So this has been an incubator for a lot of different pottery artists, and you said, what else was it?
Well, just that a lot of artists have started here by taking classes and then developed their art, and then that has spun off into a variety of businesses for some. Some of it's selling, some of it's producing, and for other people. Just in all different directions.
Teaching, yeah.
Yeah, teaching.
We have people all over the country.
Yeah.
that have started out here.
We call it an incubator.
Very cool, very cool.
That's funny.
Okay, I'd love to see some of your art too.
Okay, my
you
art's
wanna
over
show.
here.
Yeah, I'd love to show. So she's going to show us some of her art. Again, she is the owner of this shop. She's a co-owner, I believe, with her partner. I forgot the name, but. All right, so you want to talk a little bit about? Oh wait, let me actually get you on the video, and you can hold this. And
Okay.
Then just, and then just hold it a little closer, maybe.
Okay.
And then you can talk a little bit about let's say maybe your inspo and maybe your favorite piece.
Okay. Well, I like functional pottery. I teach classes for throwing. I like pieces that are useful for vases or teapots, and my mind works about figuring out how I'm going to use a pot, and then I can make it. And so we have casseroles with lids. We've got a few little fountains here now.
And you can keep talking because
Okay.
the mic is recording.
Oh, Micah, yeah, we
I'm just
have
showing
other
you.
fountains, and I have high fire stoneware. Goes in the dishwasher, goes in the microwave. It's meant to be
That's
used.
casserole dish, right?
Yes, that's a casserole.
Okay.
So you can put your whatever dip or chicken and rice in there and bake it in the oven.
So cool. I love this color too.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the dye over there. That's part of the glaze, right? From what I
These
remember?
these are fired in the gas kiln, not here.
Oh, okay.
So this is a special kind of high fire red glaze, and most of these pots are fired in a gas kiln.
You know the red clay versus the gray clay. Is the red clay from here? This area? Because I know there's a lot of red clay in this region.
The local clay in this area is brick clay, and there were 4 brick yards in this area, and all these buildings are red brick because they were built with the bricks that were made in this area. The clay is not particularly good pottery clay.
Oh, so
So-
the red clay back there isn't from
Oh,
this area. It's a
no,
totally different
not at
type of clay.
Okay, the clay that we sell is produced by either Standard Clay or Laguna, and they produce a clay that fires to a specific temperature and is a specific color, and so it's composed of different ingredients to make it reliable. And so it's, I think Pittsburgh's where Standard is, and they buy it, they ship it in.
Cool. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Is that where they mine the clay in that Pittsburgh region, or did they mine
No, they compose it. They buy ingredients from all over the country because they want a reliable clay that will be the same color every time, so a potter can make a set of dishes, and then later make more dishes.
Yeah, and get the same clay.
Get
Yeah.
the same clay and color.
Well, that's very cool. I guess I just assumed that it was local, but that's very
No,
interesting.
this
What's your absolute favorite piece? This is all you, right? All
yeah,
of
this
it?
is all me
Wow.
along here. My absolute favorite piece.
Look at the lamp, guys.
And we got the lamp. Oh my. It's like saying, which one is your favorite grandchild? That's
I know.
very difficult.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm a songwriter, so I feel the same way.
Yes,
I could never
this-
answer that question either.
I like things. I like the new fountains. See, and I always like a good teapot.
That is a really cool teapot.
that-
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's really nice. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay, guys, so we just finished interviewing the owner of this Manassas clay store, and I totally forgot that this actually was, I think she called it a 5 and dime store. It was called Roars, like I think that's ROHR. And one thing about Roars, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, is people in this area, you know, that are I'll politely say more of the old timers, they do actually remember that store. And with Roars, they used to design these little, if you can see the windows here, they used to design displays, especially around holidays, you know, Christmas time, and they would do these elaborate displays allegedly. Obviously, I wasn't there for it, but everyone loved that a lot. So that's one thing that when I was reading online, people really remember. So she was saying that people would come in and reminisce about things about that store. I think it was like a penny for candy or something. So when I was showing the stand, she was saying that was like basically a candy counter where people would come buy candy. So yeah, that was originally what this was. This building that we're coming up on is the post office. So this was the new post office that they had built after that. I think it was like what, 1904, that old post office. Remember I told you that they built another post office and it was kind of in a like almost like a, I think you call it a colonial style, I'm not sure, but that was this post office, and I think this was built in the 30s. So yeah, I've been to this post office. As I told you guys, I grew up here, so I've been here so many times, and it's actually a really good post office. I've been to a lot of post offices that are not that great, but I feel like this one's actually pretty decent. So you can see there, it says post office. I wonder if there's a plaque that says how old it is. Surely it's closed. Let me see. Oh, it's not. I'm shocked. Okay, so it looks like, well, let's try to go in. Okay, so it looks like they just closed the counter. But I'm gonna clip my mic back here real quick. All right, hopefully you guys can still hear me. So these are the very old post office boxes. So, you know, just, the floors clearly have been redone, but these are look like they're original from the 30s. But yeah, it's just kind of a post office, not really too much to share here. Now this other side, I've never even been in this side, and I was always wondering like, what is in this other side? They would often have this blocked off. As I talk to you guys right now, this is the first time I am ever seeing like the inside of this. Let me see if I can go inside. Yeah, I don't think so, it's locked, but you can at least see in there. I guess there's an upstairs and stuff, but that's the first time I've even seen in there. It definitely looks old. I wonder if they have a sign that says what year this was built. I'm not seeing one readily, but I do think it was in the 1930s, and I want to say it was 34, but I don't want to, you don't quote me on that. I wonder if we could find a historical plaque. Oh wait, there's one. All right, let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see it. It says A.W. Mellon, Secretary of the Treasury, James, 1931, acting supervising architect. So it was 31, I was wrong, but I was kind of close at least. So again, I've been to this post office many times, delivered many letters there throughout the years. And yeah, I mean, it's real nice. I forgot to show across the street from Roars, there's a Freedom Museum. I really want to do a separate video there, but it says Hibbs and Giddings. And Hibbs and Giddings was an old gentleman's clothing store. And the owner of Hibbs and Giddings, and I'm not going to necessarily walk all the way that way to show you guys where he lived, but he lived just down the street on Grant Avenue. So I guess, you know, he was the owner of that. He lived pretty close by, which makes sense to me. You know, he was a local business owner. So yeah, here's Ground Central Station. I did just want to show this real quick. I've been here several times, and they have great coffee here. It's a cute little place. You know, so I'll just show the inside, but yeah, it's a nice little place in there. I actually ate food there once. I had a BLT there. It wasn't terrible. I mean, it was pretty good. Okay, guys, take a look at this. Look at this cool piano bench here. Piano by Maria Briganti, Manassas art. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look in here. This store is called Black Metal Mercantile. And I did ask them if it was okay to film in here real quick before I started video, and they said yes. What is this that you're doing? Is this just pricing vinyls or?
I am pricing vinyls.
Oh, very cool. Okay. So they sell vinyls here, guys. He's pricing out those. Look at these little itty bitty pets. They're 3D printed pets. They look like they're satin, but they're not. They're 3D printed. That's pretty cool. Looks like stickers. And then you have different little knickknacks. Look at this guy. Mini fingers for finger hands. So you put the fingers on the fingers. Here, let me zoom out so you guys can actually see. They're finger hands for these fingers. So you put this on, and then you put a finger on your finger. That's kind of interesting. And they have like these little finger shrimp. So you can put little finger puppets. They have some Virginia Diner salted peanuts, as I was mentioning in a previous video. Oh, they have street taco peanuts and spicy peanuts, all kinds of flavor. They have sea salt caramel pecans. Peanuts are a really big thing in the state of Virginia. They're kind of known for country ham, peanuts, and tobacco. Tobacco is a very big crop. Here we have some more 3D printed stuff. That's pretty cool. It's interesting how it really does look like satin, but it's not. It's very lightweight too, guys. Very lightweight. Neato catch ball. I guess you have a string with the ball attached, and then you try to catch the ball inside of this thing. I think that's good if you don't have like anyone to play with. So like you're playing that game alone. Rail twirler. I feel like I've seen this on TV. But this was an old time game, I think, where like you do something with the, I don't know how to play it, but it was like an old time game. Bigfoot, Yeti, you know, all these different little things. They got some soaps here, I assume are handmade. There are a lot of people in this store. It seems like it's pretty popular too. They have some different little just knickknacks and things here. They got another Bigfoot here for you guys if you like that kind of thing. Remember, I interviewed somebody at the Reston Fair, and oh, look, they have a whole record store in here. I did not know that. And they have CDs too. All right. Look at all these records. The guy in the front was pricing them. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I see this up close, I'm always seeing it online, but look at the hair. That was a horrible Photoshop job. Like, just at least try, guys. She's like an A-list celebrity, and even was back then too, and that was released. Like, come on, guys. These are some cassette tapes. Look at that. That's pretty cool. They got a little music video playing. More CDs here. I wonder if you can sell your CDs and like records to this guy. More CDs. So yeah, that's that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. So guys, if you want to come here and get anything, it's called Black Metal Mercantile. If that's Hibbs and Giddings. Remember what I was telling you guys about? That's Hibbs and Giddings. Like about the messenger, my mom, she is a writer, and so she would write books, different things. But she wrote an article for the Journal Messenger. I think that's what it was called at the time. This is a very, very long time ago. I feel like this was maybe in the 90s. And I was so little. It's like one of my first memories I can really remember. I have other memories I remember that are probably before that, but this is one of, I would say, the first. I remember specifically going with her to that newspaper. And I remember being really enamored. Like there were all these like printing presses in there, and there were all these people running around. And I just remember being so fascinated. And I was a very, how would I put this, like very active child. So I remember just like walking around, and I was running around. I was like, whoa, like, you know, looking up. I remember looking up because I remember being really, really short, like super short, like up to people's like legs, right? And I remember just like, I feel like I was like bumping into this guy's leg because I was like basically up to his knee or something crazy, maybe a little higher than that. And I remember like, he just like the WTF look on his face, and maybe I'm fabricating this memory, who knows, but I just remember like the WTF look on his face, like, what is this kid doing in here? And then my mom was like, get over here. And so I you know, went back with my mom, but I remember it was like a really cool memory. That mom was very creative in like writing stuff, and being able to submit something to the newspaper like that is so cool. So yeah, so that was where the Journal Messenger was. It was this little brick building, and then they put Messenger Place there, which is an apartment complex. And yeah, but it used to be a newspaper, and then it was inside Nova for a while after it was the Journal Messenger. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story. I know it's like really random, but like as far as like, it's not like a story with a very heavy plot or anything, but it's kind of a cool story I remember from growing up here. Over there, while I'm waiting to cross, over there, that brick building, let me zoom in, that, where not the behind the 7-Eleven sign, okay, there's that brick building. That used to be a bank. I don't know what it is now, but it used to be a bank. And it went through several different banks over the years. But one of the banks that was, I remember my mom would, you know, during the day when my dad's at work, she would go to the bank sometimes, and they would give out lollipops. And every time I'd sit in the back seat, I'd be like, I really, really hope they don't give me a green one, because those are really disgusting. Like, please let it be like a orange one or something else. Like, please don't let it be green. Please don't let it be green. It was always green, guys. Like, it was very rare that it would ever be not green. And I'm gonna go ahead and cross. And I was just like, I feel like, you know, looking back, I feel like the adults were eating all the good ones or something. I don't want to make accusations, but tell me why it was always green. And the green was so nasty. Like, you think it would be good? You think it's green apple, right? No, it was like lime, but it didn't taste like a lime. Like, imagine the sourness of lime. That's what it would taste like. It was just terrible. Anyways, I always remembered that. And also being very fascinated by the little things that would go through the tubes down. Anyways, this is a really cool mural. It used to be a train, so I guess they changed it. Look at the little frog, that's cute. All right, let's go inside. I've actually never been in here before. I do know of it, but this is true, I've never been in here. And also, look at the Ninja Turtle. For anyone that likes that. That was kind of before my time. Okay. Is it okay if I take a video?
Go for it.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, look, it's Pokemon. These are the Kanto. Oh wait, no, they have a Hoenn Pokemon. That's Rayquaza. And yeah, they have a couple. Actually, that one I think is from Diamond. But anyways, they have all sorts of little Pokemon here. Cubone's story is very sad if you look that up. So yeah, this is a little toy store. If you guys remember, they had a stand at the train show video I made last weekend, I believe. So look at these old Pokemon posters. But yeah, they had a little stand. And this is the local toy store I was telling you guys about. These are cute. Here's a little, I mean, I think some of these things are vintage. I feel like Garfield is a very like vintage thing. And Troll Dolls most certainly are. So this must be vintage. Remember when we saw at the show they had some vintage stuff too? So I guess that would make a lot of sense. Some of these I don't recognize. Like, I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a Cabbage Patch, but it's like a lion. So I'm not really sure. These are some dolls. I like Princess of Ireland. Oh, and I also do like the Portuguese princess. Princess of the Portuguese Empire. I feel like these are like my vibes, right? These two dolls. Like, these two dolls aren't because they're blonde, but these two dolls are like my vibes. Oh, here's some old Barbies. Maxie, Ashley. These look like the 80s, because in the 80s they always had like these very round eyes like that. Some troll dolls. Yeah, just some vintage stuff. So if you guys want it, this is called Kerbobble Toys. You should guys check it out. Looks like they have another room back here. So I wonder if this originally was like an old house or something. Maybe I can, oh, I remember this game. Maybe I could ask the guy on the way out, like what it originally was. He's busy. I'll ask him when I leave. Okay, these are some action figures. Huh. He looks really upset. I wonder why he's so mad. Well, Transformers. I don't know a lot about Transformers. I mean, I know the concept, but I know obviously, I didn't grow up with any brothers, so I don't really know anything about boy action figures. Yeah, I can't even speak to a lot of this, but if you guys are interested, like this guy looks like he's gonna hurt somebody. I mean, I wonder, these guys look like they're like actual people, you know? Like they look like they're from like a movie or something. Like they, I don't know who they are. Comment below if you know who they are. It's another Ninja Turtle. There's a very specific niche for Ninja Turtles. There's a lot of people that really like them. That was a really big thing that was like right before my time, so. Is there another room back here? That's some employees only. Here's some comic books. They also have comic books at McKay's as well, but they have some here too. So I guess if you can't find what you're looking for, there's multiple options in the town, but they've got Veronica. I know I talk about my mom a lot today, but my mom likes Archie a lot. My dad likes the Hulk. I don't see any Hulk, but I'm sure they have Hulk. I don't even know if it's a DC comic or Fantastic Four or what the Hulk is. I mean, okay, wait, he must be Marvel because look, that's the Hulk. Yeah, Hulk is like kind of ugly. No offense to people that like him, but he's ugly. Anyways. Okay, so this is like Funko Pops. Never really understood that trend. Some Legos. Very cool stuff. If you like that. Oh, here's the Ninja Turtles. So I guess if you guys like Ninja Turtles, they have a lot here for that. Look at this giant rat. Like, okay, I give this rat credit. Like, look, she is a rat. She's kind of gross, but she's at least trying with her outfit. Like, okay, we gotta give a queen credit where it's due. This is very 80s. Like a member of Def Leppard or something. So this is a lot of like fan kind of specific stuff. Here's one of those Star Wars people. I think he's like a soldier in the Star Wars world or something. I've never seen Star Wars. I've only seen Spaceballs. Oh, this is all Star Wars. Look at this, guys. Star Wars Episode 1. There's a little kid or something. I don't know any of these people. This guy looks like he's in charge of something. He looks pretty powerful. This guy looks like a devil or something. He looks really mean. Yeah, these are all like, I guess, people from Star Wars. I don't know any of them. Doesn't this guy kind of remind you of Hellboy a little bit? He kind of reminds me of that Hellboy character. So yeah, these are different. This guy reminds me of Warlock. Well, oh, I wonder if it has his name, Tarkin. That's his name, Tarkin. Let's see what we can find the other man. Darth Maul. Okay. That's his name. So yeah, you can go through and find out all the names of all of these little characters here. I guess they're from different time periods, because like, yeah, in different collections. He's really angry too. They're so angry. Nobody looks happy. Like, this guy don't look happy either. He's like, why am I here? This guy looks like me in the morning, like on the way to like work or something, or like waking up super early, I haven't had my coffee yet. Like, he's like he does not look like he wants to be there for that picture. No offense if you guys like him, but there's a girl. There's finally a girl. What's her name? Leah Organa. Okay, Leah. That's Leah. Cool. Look at all of this stuff. Okay, there's a lot of little cars here. I do like a good car. That's a pretty cool one. That's a sick whip. Love that. Look at these vintage cars. Let's see if we can find a really cool one. Oh, I always love cars with fins. That's the winner so far for sure. So yeah, you guys get a general understanding. I mean, I could go spend a long time in here looking at all of this stuff, but you guys have a general understanding of like what's in here. I think some of these are new too, but oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's nice. So yeah, lots of little cars. I like how they're organized and they separated them out into like different, and look, there's a spaceship. Doesn't that look like Star Trek? But it says Star Wars. It looks like the Enterprise off Star Trek. Is that what it's called, the Enterprise? Oh look, is that Sega Genesis? Yeah, it is. Mortal. Oh, I had that game. When I was a kid, I had that game. But I wasn't really allowed to play it. Oh, Streets of Rage. I remember that too. Yeah, I used to play that all the time. I guess a lot of the fighting games were kind of angry too. I guess I played a lot of those. Oh, look, Sonic. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I had all of those games. I used to play all of those. Except for Sonic and Knuckles. I didn't have that one. But I had all those other ones. I like Sonic Hedgehog 3. That was like my favorite. Sonic Spinball was super fun too. I forgot about that game. There's another Sonic 2. Sega Gen. Oh, and the Batman from. Man, they got so much stuff. I feel old now. But yeah. To be fair, Sega Genesis was a little bit before my time. But I just had it because, you know, I was growing up in a house that had it, but it was a little bit before my time. Oh, and look, guys, it's an original Polly Pocket. That's so cool. Okay, guys, so I just left the Kerbobble toy store, and I have this business card that he gave me. So here's some more information about it if you want to check them out. I always want to encourage people to support local. This is Philadelphia Tavern. This has been here like forever, I feel like. It's been here since I was a kid, at least, so it's been a long time it's been here. But with the Philadelphia Tavern, they have a good Philly cheesesteak there. And I believe I did try it many years ago. So I can't really speak to what it is like now, but they had, I think, one of the best Philly cheesesteaks in the area, and it's very authentic. And so yeah, it's a really good place to get something like that. So yeah, over at Okra's, remember how I was talking about Okra's? I had some alligator nuggets there, which is probably one of the more adventurous things I've eaten. But yeah, I remember they were a little bit chewy, but they were edible. I mean, they were okay. Like, if somebody was like, you have to eat alligator nuggets or you die of starvation, I would be willing to eat it. Oh look, guys, this is a Filigreen, your low waste refill and sustainable living store. Oh, it's open. Okay, I didn't know this was here, so I decided to stop in here. So they have shower steamers, you know, dish towels, Swedish dishcloth. Hey, I've heard really good things about the Swedish dishcloth. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. Just different razor stand, balm. This is a natural sponge, I think. It's a natural sponge, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a natural loofah.
Oh, loofah, right, loofah, natural loofah. Okay. Yeah, most of you guys probably know the plastic ones, but that's like a natural one, so it's more sustainable. It's very cool. Is this part of the store?
No, that's just
that's
storage.
Employees only. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
This is actually really cool, guys. So if you're interested in coming here, this is called, let's see, Filigreen, I think. Let me go back out here and show you guys the logo. Filigreen. Okay, so we were here before, and I was just telling you guys about the town hall, and I was telling you about MIFCO, how that Harry guy, Harry, what's his last name? Parrish. Oh, it's right there. Harry J. Parrish. He, I think he owned MIFCO or something. Well, here's the plaque right here. Let's see. MIFCO, let me find that word in this. Look at this old mailbox. That's fun. And they have them at every single little thing here. Cool. So let me show this. This is the messenger place I was telling you guys about. So that was the place where they used to have the newspaper. And my mom wrote an article for them, remember? All right, so now this is the MIFCO building, and this is probably one of the last things I'm gonna show today. I've never been inside here. I don't even think you can go inside, but I just wanted to show what it looks like because the sign is so like vintage. It almost looks purple now, but it used to be like really bright red. Let's try to go inside. Yeah, it's locked. You can't go inside, but that's MIFCO. So my dad told me it was some kind of like ice thing or something. Oh, look, he was right. There it says right there. I bet that's where he got it. Manassas Ice and Fuel Company. I've never been back here. I bet that's where he saw it. MIFCO, heating oils, kerosene, gasoline, motor oils, and ice. Interesting. I'm taking pictures while I'm on the video. And this looks like an old gas station. I don't even think that this is still active anymore. I guess it's abandoned. It looks abandoned to me. Maybe that was another place where they did storage. Oh yeah, this is definitely abandoned. Turn off cellular phone. Look at that old phone. That's what the phones used to look like. Wow. Why is this even still here? That's kind of interesting. But yeah, this is still here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see better. But yeah, I guess this was an old gas station called Coastal. Maybe this is where you would put your credit card in here and then you would pay to like put a certain amount of gas on the pump. Now my question is, why does that say off-road diesel? What would be on-road diesel then? What's the difference? I'm really shocked that this is still here. Coastal, running clean gasolines. Well, who knew? You find an abandoned gas station. Okay, over here, that past there, I'm not gonna keep walking because I'll just be endlessly walking and talking about stuff. But that was the Irish pub over there, and they have like some music store and stuff. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay, and here's the water tower. Next to that water tower, on the other side where you can't see, there's a fire station. So that's just like the town fire station. Okay guys, so we're back where we started here at City Hall. And I just want to say thank you everyone for joining and watching this video. I had a lot of fun going through Old Town Manassas. I learned a lot of things. I saw a lot of things that I didn't even know were here. So it's always fun to take these walks. Thanks again for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because I could keep talking for a long time, but there's just a lot to see. But I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna end it here. Thanks again for joining, and I'll see you next time.